haram, right?
Yeah, it is haram.
Yeah.
It is.
And can you come and have a look on the screens over here?
No, it's hard for me to watch.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But would you say that what's happening on the screens is animal abuse because it's hard for you to watch? So just have a look at the sequence that's going on here.
The way that we do our food is really different from how normal people do it.
Yeah.
We actually take care of the animal
Yeah.
before we eat it.
Yeah.
Like,
And do you think killing the animal is part of taking care of an animal?
Oh, that's a controversial.
Yeah. Because if someone were to take care of me,
Yeah.
would you expect someone to kill me?
No.
No. So that's not really taking. It's not really. No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's controversial at all. I think it's the truth,
Yeah.
right?
I mean.
Because if we're being honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the way they do
But
it
look
here
at
is
this.
really sad.
Do you buy free-range eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is because of free-range eggs.
'Cause-
Would you say that that is haram? Yeah. And do you think your God is a loving God? Do you think your God is about love and peace?
Yes.
And do you think this over
But
here
the way
is?
that they're doing it, it's sad.
Yeah. This
way
is
that
the standard legal practice of the egg industry, right?
Oh.
So if you're
So that's how they-
supporting these industries, though that's a byproduct of it, right? Because those are males. They will never lay eggs.
Oh, yeah.
So the farmer's solution is to cull them on their first day of life, right? And obviously, do you think that your God would agree with doing that to animals?
That's a hard question.
I think it's like if you do believe that your God is a loving God,
Yeah.
you wouldn't expect your loving God to say, yeah, let's do that to these animals, right? Or even, obviously there have been times in our past
Yeah, that's
where
what
eating
I'm
animals has been justified, right?
Yeah.
But in those times in our past, they were literally doing it for their survival.
Yeah.
Do you think that applies today?
Kind of.
Like, do you think you need to eat animals or animal products to be happy and healthy?
You've got a point there. You've got a point there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think so or not?
No, not really.
No,
But,
not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So what is the main reason we're eating animal products?
It's like our parents are so used to it.
yeah, like we're
Yeah.
just so used to it. 'Cause
So there's,
we spend our whole entire lifetime eating
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of product.
And so did I.
Yeah.
So did I. Yeah. And
So I don't want to sound offensive or anything, but
Yeah.
you don't eat animals?
no, I am vegan. Like you said,
Okay.
this is about
Yeah, don't get me
this isn't
wrong.
about veganism. This
Okay.
is
It's just the way how
this
they
is about
treat
animal
animals.
rights
Okay.
and the way
Yeah.
the solution
I
is
totally
veganism.
agree with you on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like,
But the
Yeah.
thing is, every time you do buy animal products,
Yeah.
you agree with the sign that
yeah,
animals deserve to be
This
abused.
is what has made me question about like animal rights and that.
Yeah, exactly.
But like,
And do you think there's a humane way to kill someone who doesn't want to die?
what do you mean with that?
Do you think there's a nice way to kill someone who doesn't want to die?
No.
Yeah. So even I know Muslims have a
We have a
strict set of
specific-
rules. Yeah,
yeah,
you have
we
a
have a
set of rules that you have
specific
to
way.
follow.
Yeah.
But like, you're not doing it for survival, right? So do you think there's even if we follow these rules, do you think that's a good thing for the animals?
He's got a-
Yeah. Yeah.
Any animal that gets tortured in any way, I don't like it. But then
Yeah.
again, I also eat it in a way,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is it does kind of make me sad.
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about it, but
Yeah. Because you're actually
I-
going against the
yeah,
beliefs that you hold, right?
I'm going against, like, in some sort of way, I am going against it.
And I
but
believe
I've
that-
been doing this my whole entire life.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's the only thing that I
Yeah.
know about like eating.
Yeah.
Especially because they are healthy to eat. Like, they have.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief,
Yeah.
these products aren't healthy for us.
Like
The optimum amount of animal products in our diet is
Yeah.
0, right?
like
Because this is something that the industries have paid nutritionists to
Yeah.
tell you. And
Yeah.
I used to believe the same thing, right?
Because when I went to the farm that Tigo does,
Yeah.
yeah, they are free range. They are free, but the way that
It would have
they
been in a
process-
barn, right? Free
no,
range barn.
No, they were out in actual
Okay.
out in the green. They everywhere.
So this is probably, obviously not all their farms are like this.
Yeah,
Because the
but
thing is,
the one that
many
I
of these
went to-
places will have display farms
Yeah.
where they will show you.
That
It's like a
is
marketing
true.
thing, right?
That is
This is our best example. And you will think, oh, all of them must be like this, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Because the one that I went to, it's so big.
Yeah.
It's really, really big.
And do you
It's
think
just
they
a
would be
lot of
making as much money as they do while giving the chickens a life like that?
I don't really know, because I'm over obviously I'm 15. I
Yeah.
really don't know about
Yeah.
any sort of work business or anything.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it.
yeah.
But
The thing is, I respect people like vegan and everything. I also respect animal rights, but at the same time, I'm not going against it. Like,
so I think it is a
in other
loose way to
words,
say that.
I'm kind of questioning
Yeah,
what I want
because
to
you're
do
understanding the hypocrisy of what you're
Yeah.
saying, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if I was talking about any other injustice, right? So sexism, racism,
Yeah.
or slavery.
I
Would it
would-
make sense for me to pay for people to be enslaved and say
No.
that I'm against it?
that is-
Do you think it makes sense to you to pay for animals to be abused and be against it? No, right? Yeah.
'Cause, like,
And it's as simple as that.
Because like, I grew up with eating chicken,
Yeah.
beef, mutton,
So, yeah,
and
all
so
of us grew
I'm
up the
still
same way.
I'm still kind of like understanding like, what do I want to do with this? What do I want to do with that?
Yeah.
I've gone vegan before,
Yeah.
but
So you've followed a plant-based diet
Yeah,
before?
I have.
But I
I
wouldn't
went
say
through
you've
it
gone
for-
vegan, right?
I went through veganism for about almost a year.
Yeah.
One time, but
What stopped you?
sort of my culture.
Yeah.
My culture, we are all for meat.
But do you think that you
And-
have to eat animals to be a good Muslim?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. We can be vegan and Muslim. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. We can be that. We
Yeah.
can do whatever we want. We just don't. Like,
Well,
do
I think
bad
like
things.
in general, like being halal
Yeah,
is meaning you're not causing suffering, right?
yeah. We're not
Yeah.
trying to cause it,
But if you're buying animal products, you are causing suffering,
Yeah.
no matter how
like, we're
good
not-
the
we're
circumstances
not,
are,
like,
right?
It's not like our intention to. We're not trying to in any way because we don't know what happens behind it.
Yeah. But once you
Yeah.
do learn about
Yeah,
it,
once
then
I
you
learn about it, I'm like,
do
oh
have
my
to take
God.
action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like once you learn it, like obviously I don't know what's going on between like
Yeah.
meat business.
And now
all
today
that.
is the first time you will have an opportunity to learn
Yeah,
about the
I mean, I've
suffering.
Seen this. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Like, but I.
So
have
in
questioned-
some ways you do know,
Yeah,
but
I
you
have
have
questioned-
continued to purchase these things,
I've
right?
just never seen this kind of setting before.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair
Like,
enough.
I've seen this.
I mean, I guess you would see it,
the
but
way
no
that,
one would be holding you accountable for your
yeah,
actions,
like
right?
The way that the media portrays these kind of settings, like
I'm an extremist.
But,
The
like,
media
the
does
way
portray
that-
me as someone who is
Yeah,
wrong.
Yeah, that's what.
When I'm
that's
trying
what
to
pisses
stand up
me
for
off
animals.
About media, the way that media portrays things is kind of bad.
But the media will portray the consensus of what they think is right, yeah?
Yeah. That's what I don't like about social media. They like to portray.
Like we established before, you can't be against animal abuse while supporting the industries that abuse animals. So what do you think is like the biggest thing holding you back from a lifestyle that doesn't abuse animals and going vegan?
That is a hard question to
Yeah?
answer.
What do you think is like the biggest thing stopping you from...
Culture, definitely.
Culture? Yeah.
Definitely. Because my culture, our culture, we are from the same culture. We're,
Oh, okay.
we're both Indonesian.
Oh, I'm part Indonesian, my mother's side.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't speak Bahasa though.
Indonesian culture is like all about eating animal. Like most of our dishes
Like
have
every single culture has the same thing.
Yeah.
There's like hardly any culture that won't eat animals at all.
Mm.
Because veganism
like-
is not a culture.
Yeah, because like our culture, like all of
If
our
you go
food,
if you go
all
around the
of our
world, yeah.
food is like has
Yeah.
some sort of meat on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like no matter what kind of food it is, it has some sort of meat.
Yeah.
And I grew up on all of that, and
Yep.
me being the person that I just can't let go of it. Like it's a big part of me. Like my culture is a big part of me. Don't get me wrong.
So
I
so
hate seeing this.
Yep.
I hate seeing things like this. But then again,
but if you say that's part of your identity, you are agreeing with the sign.
Yeah.
Now, if we were talking about any other injustice, would you let your
No.
cultural barrier?
No,
Like if it was
because-
your culture to own a slave.
oh no, we're not like that. Indonesian culture is kind of.
Oh, I
not
mean,
like
like if it was anyone, right?
Oh yeah,
If it was
no,
anyone.
I don't agree with slavery at all because
Yeah.
I am half black.
Yeah.
I know.
But what if it was your culture, right?
No.
Even if you weren't.
No.
Like if you were a white person that grew
Yeah.
up in a family
Yeah.
that had a culture of owning slaves,
Yeah.
would you
Yeah.
fight against it or just accept it because it is your culture?
No, I would fight against it.
Yeah,
no
you would
matter
fight
what,
against
because-
injustice, right?
Because they deserve justice. They don't
Yeah.
deserve what they went through, especially with this. But
But
yeah.
in saying that your culture says that, because your culture is focused around animal products,
Yeah.
when you do agree with that, you are agreeing that animals deserve to
Yeah,
be abused.
that is-
so
yeah,
think
I do
about,
I do
yeah,
realize that.
think about what side of history
Yeah.
you want to stand on
Yeah,
when it
I
comes
like the way
to.
that you're explaining this
Yeah.
because I've had to deal with this kind of stuff before. I've had one person try to force
Yeah.
veganism on me, and I don't like how that kind of.
So no one
Yeah.
can force veganism on you?
Yeah.
Because it's up to you. I
Yeah.
can't force you to not buy
Yeah,
a chicken
exactly.
or a, you know?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously
I, like
I
the way
can
that
tell
you're-
you-
I like
yeah.
the way that you're explaining this.
Yeah.
You're explaining it so simply, and I love that.
Because it is a very
Yeah.
simple message,
Yeah.
right? Now let's take it as simple as possible right
Yeah.
now. If you were the animal in the animal's position
Mm-hmm.
and you were being forced into a slaughterhouse, what would you want someone to do for you? Would you
I
want them
mean-
to go vegan for you?
No, I wouldn't.
No?
I mean, I would, but then it's kind of hard. to pronounce it. It's really hard for me to word stuff. Oh.
Take your time.
Shit. Oh.
Like just seeing that image.
Yeah.
If that was you,
I
what
mean-
would you want someone to do for you?
I couldn't really do anything in that situation.
Yeah, but what would you want? Like, obviously, these animals,
Yeah.
just like you, would be powerless, right? What would you want someone to do? Would you want people to keep on paying for it to happen, or would you want them to stop?
Because then again, the animals don't have any control in it.
No.
Like we don't know what.
So
they're
it's up to
thinking
us,
about.
right?
Yeah.
Like a small child, it doesn't have any choice whether it gets abused or not. That's
Yeah.
up to the people who have the power to
Yeah.
do so, right?
Yeah.
And we have the
'Cause
power
right-
to vote with our dollar
Yeah.
if we want to abuse animals or not. That's a choice you
Yeah.
get to make every day.
Yeah.
And from now
I
on,
mean-
you have the context to make that
Yeah.
decision as well.
Yeah, but obviously, kind of at my age, I don't really have a choice in any kind of vote or anything. We're still like 15, 14.
So,
But we do know that this is a wrong thing.
okay.
We do know that this
Okay.
is wrong. We can see what's going on in this.
Yeah, yeah. So let's say you went to a foster family, right?
Yeah.
And they were to feed you pork. Would you make a fuss about it?
Yes.
Because, yeah.
Yes.
Would you say that you have no choice, though?
Yeah. Because I mean, I have eaten pork before, but on accident.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I didn't know.
But let's say your foster family for dinner, they're like, you're gonna have this pork, right?
Yeah.
What would
I
you say?
Just say no.
Yeah.
No, thank
so you
you
do have a choice.
Yeah, like, no, thank
and
you.
you
Whatever.
wouldn't eat it, and you would tell them I want something else, right? Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing you can do
Are you
with
filming
this.
this?
Yeah, we're filming this
Oh, hello.
because these conversations are really good. Yeah.
No, but like vegan Muslims.
Yeah?
Vegan Muslims are kind of going through this.
Really?
Yeah, China has a concentration camp for them.
Oh yes, I've
Yeah.
heard about that. Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
and the death toll has gone past the Jews.
Yeah.
In the Holocaust.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
And you wouldn't be advocating to people like, oh, maybe you should stop putting
Yeah.
people in concentration. You'd be
yeah,
like,
'cause,
why
we-
are you doing
we
this?
We
right?
can't do anything about it. China's so secretive.
Yeah,
This is basically what's going on. Like this is kind of happening to them.
yeah.
In some like
But
Yeah.
with this issue, right? Just by existing and just by buying products,
Yeah.
I don't actively put people in concentration camps,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I get what you're
But
saying.
with this, when I buy animal products,
Yeah.
I am paying someone to abuse animals for me.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you're getting. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying with that.
Yeah. So just
Yeah.
remember that until the day that it is you do go vegan,
Yeah.
the animals will be abused because of your purchases.
Yeah,
So
I
just
get
think
what
about
I
what
get
side
where you're
history you want to
coming
stand
from,
on. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. See, this is the kind of stuff I respect. The way you explain it, I respect it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we gotta go.
And yeah, what do you think you're going to do moving on from this conversation? One last thing.
I will see. I will see.
We're still thinking about it.
I'm like still thinking whether I want to be vegan or not.
Yeah, and just
Yeah,
think, like,
'cause
do you
I'm
want to be
trying to-
someone who abused animals in your life?
I'm still
or
trying
not?
to figure myself out.
Yeah.
Because I'm obviously growing up. I need to.
Yeah, yeah, you're just 15.
I'm 15. I'm like still growing up. I still need to figure out what I want to do, what I want to, like how I want my diet to be, how I want my life to be,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. But this is more like those
Like
those things that
how
you're
I
talking
want to-
about are like personal choices that
Yeah.
you're thinking about your life.
Yeah.
This only has to do with the animals.
Yeah.
Because if I only was concerned about myself, I would still be eating animal products,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
This has
that's-
nothing to do with humans.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what,
this
that's
is all
what
about
I'm
them.
getting wrong
Yeah.
about myself.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I would love to. I do think about these, but I don't want.
Cool, yeah.
Like every time I eat meat or anything, I always think about what they have to go through for us to eat
Yeah,
this.
when we have other things we can eat at the same
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
'Cause
It's a matter of
I'm
convenience.
I'm a very picky eater.
Yeah.
Like whenever I eat some sort of meat or chicken or anything or fish or anything, seafood, I do think about what's going on with them.
Yeah. Because you recognize their
Yeah,
suffering,
I recognize
right?
that they're going through all of that just for us.
Yeah.
Like for
When
our
you could be
satisfaction.
eating anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they go through all of that just for our satisfaction.
Yeah, yeah.
And that does make me mad, but I still
Yeah.
go on. with
But
it
you should use that
because-
passion you have to change what you eat accordingly.
Yeah, but what makes me mad is just I think about that, but I still go on with it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't know.
And I think
just-
that's good that you
I
admit that to
recognize-
yourself, but I
yeah.
think you do need to take action on it,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Yeah.
Because like, I do think about
And
that.
it's as simple as being disgusted by what you see on there.
Yeah.
And I know you can barely watch it.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
why I
as
just
simple
keep
as
looking
being
back at it, I'm like,
disgusted
no.
by it and then not participating in it, right? Because if I, like I said, if I was showing slavery on the screen and someone would watch it, be like, yeah, I know that's wrong, but I just can't stop myself, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Because like I said before, what's going on there, it's sort of what's going on in real life.
Yeah.
There's like heaps of stuff that's kind of like that.
There's injustice everywhere in this world,
Yeah.
but this is the largest on any scale.
But we gotta go
Yeah.
somewhere.
All right. Thank you so
But,
much for the conversation, girls. But yeah,
If I end up on YouTube, can you somehow blur my face?
I can blur your face
or,
if you want
like,
it.
Kind of.
No worries.
'cause, Yeah.
I'll make it happen.
Thank you so much.
All right.
'cause
I'll
I
make a
want
note
to-
of it in my phone.
Yeah. Like blur both of us if that's okay.
No problem. Would you be interested in watching the video if I do produce one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Do you want to have a
I'll
look at my
set you
channel?
up. I'll
Yeah.
set you up right now. I'll put you in my notes actually.
Cool.
Okay.
It's called The Victim's Perspective.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you
Yeah.
for the chat, girls.
Just try to blur ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I respect that.
Good day.
Thank you for the conversation.
Bye.
Bye.